All right, so let us start. So I'm still waiting for the update from the organizer for the enrollments, but yeah. So hopefully today might be the last demo. I'm hoping that, and the group will be created with only the paid people. Okay, so that's what I'm expecting. So anyways, let us get started. Okay, so let us get started. So in the yesterday session, we have seen about the taxonomy. Okay, so we have seen about the taxonomy. So as part of the taxonomy, so we have seen how about creating the business issue, the business group, the proposition, right? All these things we have seen, right? So we have seen creating the business issue, business group, and the proposition. Okay. So today we will be seeing about the strategies. So yesterday we started with the strategy. So we have seen how the strategy is created and what is the canvas. So while creating the strategy also, you have to decide like, um, right? You have to decide whether, okay, so when you create the strategy itself, you are going to select the business issue and the business group, and you will create the strategy. So when you do that, you are restricting Pega that the output of the strategy can can be only from that business issue and that business group, right? So that's what we have seen. The output of the strategy is only from that business issue and that business group. So if you do not select any issue and any group, right? If you do not select any issue and any group, so then you will be getting the output from different strategies and different offers, right? From different issues. Like yesterday, while creating the strategy itself, we have restricted the strategy to grow credit cards, right? We have restricted the strategy to grow and credit cards. So that is the reason the strategy is giving the propositions only from grow and credit cards. But if you do not restrict the strategy to grow and credit cards, you can get the offers from different issues and different groups also. So let us explore more about the strategy. So now that we have created some business issues and business groups, right? So we'll explore more on the strategy side. All right. So let us proceed. So I'm giving the name again as first strategy. So that's what I'm going to call this strategy name as first strategy. So I'll select the business issue as grow, business group as credit cards, and then here I'll give the customer class. Here I'll give the customer class. So this is our canvas. Okay, this is our canvas. So in order to add the properties, so what we have seen, you have to go to the import and then you have to add the proposition data. Okay, so here you will add the proposition data. That means whatever the propositions that we created right yesterday, like we have some standard card, like we created some air tickets card, right? So that propositions you can add to the strategy by using the proposition data component. So you see, while creating the strategy, we have restricted to grow and credit cards. So now the strategy can output the next best actions only from grow and credit cards group only. And whether you want to import all the propositions or any one proposition, that also you can select. So that is what I'm doing here. And now we will connect this component to the result shape. We connect this component to the result shape. Save this. Okay. So let us proceed. So now what let us add one more shape. So that is called as annotation. So I'm clicking on the right click and annotation. So what is this annotation here? So I'll just keep on this one. Yeah. So we have seen proposition data, and now what we are seeing is annotation. So that is one component. So what this proposition data will do? This proposition data will simply import the propositions to the strategy so that we can add some logic in the strategy. That's what we can do in the strategy. So then there is an annotation shape is there. So this annotation shape is going to allow you to provide some information about the logic that you have written or the logic that you have configured, right? For example, I just did not do any logic, just I imported the propositions and output all of them. So this is not a recommended or this is not a mandatory thing, just an information. Okay, this is just an information for other developers or other decisioning consultants to understand like what you have done. So that is the purpose of this one. Okay, that is the purpose of this one. Okay, so that is the purpose of this one, where we have created the strategy and we have imported the propositions. So annotations will help other developers to understand what you are doing here. So it is a good practice to do that, but it's not mandatory or not recommended. And we have also seen how do we run the strategy. To run the strategy, you just click on this arrow icon and then you click on the run button. So that is how you will run the strategy. So you see here, what all propositions are there, all of them will come in the output based on the logic that you have configured. Whichever satisfy the criteria, then those conditions, those will come in the output. So that's what is happening here, correct? Okay, so that's what is happening here. So I hope this is understood now. Now let us go with the next component, which is the filter component.
We
So
have small doubt.
yeah,
S- I think earlier you said we need to keep this strategies in CDH and rule set version, right? Is it not a
strategies,
problem keeping in the
strategies,
artifacts?
yeah, strategies you can keep in artifacts.
Okay,
Okay. So
and this is
there are
actually
some
a
rule
portal.
types. There are some rule types that you can keep in artifacts rule set. So that is one of that is a strategy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this one is an actually CDH portal or a dev studio.
This is CDH portal. Here you see on the top it is displaying customer decision hub.
Okay, customer decision hub.
But you can create strategies from here also from the records
From the
category.
dev as well.
Yeah, from decision also. Here also you can create the strategy. Okay. From there also you can do that. Okay. Now let us go to the filter component. And here, let us add the condition. Let us add the condition. So what we will do, we will give the, so what does this filter component will do? So what does this filter component will do is, this filter component will filter the, this component will filter the incoming results based on the criteria. Okay, so this component will filter the results based on the criteria. Okay, so that means, for example, I want to retrieve only the propositions where the monthly interest is more than 10%. So like that, you can keep some condition and that you can retrieve. So that's what you can do. So let us proceed and add some properties like what we have done yesterday. We'll add one property. So yesterday we have also seen adding the form properties and custom properties, right? That means when you add a field in the form tab, you will only get it as a text input. Now, if you want to add some advanced controls like drop downs, checkboxes, radio buttons, and all that, then you need to do custom form, right? That's what we have seen. So I'm going to the business issue. Under the business issue business group, I'm opening the business group which contains the propositions. That is my credit cards. Okay, so that is what I am doing now. Okay, so now if you see here, so what I'm doing, I'm going to the form tab. Okay, I'm going to the form tab here. And here, let us add a field. Let us add a field and let us call it as monthly interest, or let us say annual interest. Okay, let us create and open. Okay, so I'll keep this monthly interest field as decimal. Okay, and save it. Check in. Annual interest. Okay, so now if you go to the field, we can add our prop values. So that's what we can do. So let us do that. So I'll check out and let us add the values. So check out, and so I'll add it here, 7% interest here for this standard card. For rewards card, 4% I'm adding. And for the premier rewards card, I'm adding like 20%. So that is the data which I'm adding here. Same way, let us add one more field also. So this time we will take one custom form. So this time we'll take a property from custom form. So let us add a field here, which we'll call it as something like applicable country. So check out this. Okay, so let us call it as applicable country. That is the name of the field that we'll add. Okay, the property name I'm creating as applicable country. So this field, we will add some options to this field. So what I'm doing, one property I created, which is annual interest. Then the second property, this is applicable country. Here I'm giving some country names like India, I'm giving, and USA. Okay, so let us give these two fields and let us use that in the strategy. That's what we'll do. Okay, so just close it now. And check in. Okay, so now let us use these properties in the strategy. So that's what we'll do it. Okay, so now if you see now the properties are coming here, right? Whatever the properties that we have created, right? Immediately they will be coming here. So what I will do, I'll take annual interest greater than 10. So that's what I'm taking as a condition. So what this filter will do now, this filter component will give me only the results, that is only the propositions where the annual interest is greater than 10. So that is what this will do. Okay. So that is what this will do. So if you see now, if you scroll down, you will be able to see all the list of proposition that we have. So you see there is only one proposition, which is Premier Rewards Card, which is having annual interest of 20. So we selected annual interest greater than 10. So there is only one proposition is there, that is Premier Rewards Card. Okay. Now, how do we understand this? How do we debug this? For example, this strategy, we are creating some logic, and after creating the logic, we are running the strategy. After running the strategy, we are getting some output. Okay, after running the strategy, we are getting some output. So, okay, so whatever the output that we are getting, that output, how do we debug? Let us say I'm getting some different output. Instead of getting premier rewards card, which is correct for now, I am getting some other output. So how do we debug that? So in order to debug the strategy, you can click on the component name. For example, what I'm doing here, you see I'm clicking on this component. Okay, run again. Strategy output is expired again. Okay. So now if you see, I run the strategy. Now I click on this component, first component, you see, in this component, I am getting this component level output. There are 4 results are there. And when I click on this component, there is only one result, that is Premier Rewards card. Okay. So this is where the debugging can be done on the strategy. The best way or general way of debugging the strategy is by clicking on the component. So when you click on the component, what happens is the strategy will give you the output till that component. Okay, the strategy will give you the output till that component. So till here, the output is 4 results, and till here, the output is only 1 result. So this is where the filtering is happening. So you need to click on each and every component and you need to find out where the output is getting changed. So that is the way how you will debug the strategy in case if you are getting the output as invalid output. So somewhere something is happening here. That is how you need to understand. Okay. Clear? Any doubts, guys? Be able to follow? Yes, no? Any questions? Guys, let me know. Any questions?
No, Ravi, we are good.
Okay. So let us see one more component and we will close the demo today. And I'm expecting them to create a new group today. So it was already 1 week that we are only doing demos. So we have seen proposition data. So where we have imported the propositions, you can import all propositions or you can also import one proposition also, you can do that. Then we have seen the filter component, which is going to filter the incoming results based on the condition. So whichever the condition that satisfies, only that condition that results will only proceed further. So you can also change the name for this. I'll say filter with high annual interest. I'm saying filter with high annual interest. So that is what we are telling here. Now let us add one more component. Let us add one more component so that we will add it as a, so let us add as okay. So we'll do prioritize. Okay, we'll do prioritize. So what does this prioritize component will do is, it is like a sorting. So this prioritize component will do a sorting and topmost. So that is what it topmost filter, that also it will do. So whatever the results that are coming, if you want to sort based on a property, you can do with the prioritize. So it's like a sorting. So what I'm doing, I'm saying prioritize the values by annual interest. And then here I'm saying sort descending to ascending or ascending to descending. I'm saying descending to ascending. So let us see what we will be getting first. So prioritize shape is like a filter sorting component. So filter will filter the results based on the condition that is satisfied. Prioritize component will do the sorting. So if you see here, I am able to sort. First one we got Premier Rewards card, 20 annual interest. Second one standard card. Okay, I think that is not there. And the third one is also not having a value. Okay. Yeah, somehow it's not displaying, but yeah, so it is filtering. So if you verify the order of how the filtering is happening, first we got whichever is having the highest annual interest. Okay. Then the remaining one will come with the lowest annual interest. But if you see, out of 4 propositions, I got only 3 propositions. Out of 4 propositions, I got only 3 propositions. Okay. So the reason is we are saying output only the top 3. we are saying output only the top 3. So that's what we are telling here, right? So that is the reason we are getting only the, okay, that is the reason we are getting only the 3 propositions. So what does it mean? So out of all the results, you output only the top 3. That is the reason we are getting only the top 3. So if you say output all of them, then you will be getting all of them. Okay, so you see, I got all of them, all the results now. Okay, got it? So the prioritize shape along with sorting based on a property, it will also have an option where you can output only the top 2 results, top 1 result. So like that also you can do, so that what are the top highest annual interest offers. That's what I'm taking here. So what I'm taking here, top 2, right? That means output only the top 2 highest annual result offers. That's what I'm taking here. But remember, you cannot add more than one property in one prioritized shape. Let us say you need to sort with 2 properties. You need to add 2 prioritized shapes. Okay, one prioritized shape for annual interest, another prioritized shape for some other property. Okay, so that is how you need to do the prioritize. So the prioritize shape is used to do sorting of your offers based on a property. If you want to sort alphabetically, that you can do for a text properties for applicable country, let us say. Okay, got it? So this is what the prioritize component will do, which will do the sorting of your offers. Understood? Clear? Any questions?
So will there be any clipboard structure where we can see all the prioritized results or whatever the components which we are using this studio?
Yes, yes. The clipboard will store the data. So we'll come to that. Okay, we'll see that in the.
And there will be any tracer option to trace what exactly the background process is happening, what exactly the rules are running in the
No,
background process.
you cannot trace the strategy. That's the reason we have seen the option where you have this what you said, debugging, right? So you click on the component and see the output of the component, right?
But when coming to the critical issues, it won't be much useful, right? So where it exactly it is failing, what why it is not returning. So in that scenario where we can try to see what exactly the things are failing.
Yeah, so we'll see that in the advanced strategy session. So there is some other way also, apart from clicking on the component. Yeah, but once everyone enrolls, right? So we'll see it in those sessions.
Yeah, one more thing, one last question is, so I haven't attended any demo sessions due to some personal issues. So from tomorrow, if it is going to start the real sessions, so whether I need to go any or follow
Yeah,
up any.
try to go through the previous topics, try to understand those. Okay, so that it will be easy for you.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So it won't be any fresh, and it is a continuation platform here.
Yes, yes, yes. Go through the recording and then you can continue. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah. So guys, let us continue tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow onwards, real sessions will be there. But we'll resume from here onwards. We'll see more components in the tomorrow session.